have something that you need to do for me. I want you to go to Dad's house right away and take care of him. Understand?
Sorry, Carrie. What is all of this so suddenly? You want me to do what now?
Well, tomorrow we are all going on a family trip together. You knew that, right?
Oh, you all are still going to go on that? I would have thought that you'd have waited until your dad was better before leaving.
Oh, sweet, naive Brittany. We only talked about not actually doing the trip because we knew how badly Dad really wanted to go with us.
You know, just because he's sick doesn't mean you can treat him like he's a kid and not tell him about what is going on.
Well, maybe. But he's already halfway to kicking the bucket anyways. I mean, he can't cook for himself and he always needs someone to drive him around. So you stay behind and take care of him while we all take this trip. Got it?
Carrie, how can you talk about your own dad like that? Besides, when I went to see you all last week, he was looking so much better.
That's right. He really was looking a lot better. We have to do something about that.
And just what is that supposed to mean? Huh?
I mean that it would just be better if he finally did kick the bucket.
Carrie! How can you say something so awful?
Well, it's true. Ever since he got sick, he's just brought down the mood of the whole house and made everyone depressed. That is why we all really need this trip. It will be like a total emotional reset for all of us. Well, all of us minus you and Dad, of course.
Well, I'm really fine not going on that trip, to be honest. But who are you going to be traveling with?
What do you mean, who? I already told you that this was a family trip. I will be going with my mom and Mark.
Oh, really? Mark is going too? I don't know if I believe that.
Believe it or not, I really don't care. And just who do you think you are, talking to me like that anyways? Just because I got divorced and had to move back in with my parents, you think you can look down on me?
You know that isn't what I'm trying to do.
Oh, really? I think it is. Now quit asking stupid questions. You aren't even really my family, so just learn your place.
You really don't think that we're family?
Not real family, anyways. You really need to learn to be a little more humble and realize what you are to us. You are nothing but a maid that we have come around to clean up after us.
Is that really what you think of me, Carrie?
Well, no, duh. Of course it is. Oh, and by the way, you are now officially promoted to our nurse as well. Congrats! It doesn't come with a bonus, though.
Well, I'm pretty sure that you are the only one in your family that thinks of me in that way.
Nope. Wrong again. My mom and even Mark both agree with me. If we actually liked you, then we wouldn't have kept this whole trip a secret from you.
Oh, no. Not a secret trip! I feel like someone has taken a hammer and totally smashed this vision of a loving, accepting family that I thought I had.
Well, good. Hopefully that helps you learn your place with us at least. Don't let your head spin for too long, though. You have work to do.
I suppose sarcasm really doesn't carry across text. Well, either way, I really doubt that Mark, who cares so much for his father, is going to go on this trip with you. I'll just go and ask him myself. He is my husband, after all.
Well, do it. See if I care. Give it a shot.
Well, I already know that you are wrong.
Oh, really? Do you really know that I'm wrong? And just how do you figure that?
Well, because I thought that this trip was supposed to be a surprise gift to me. I was excited for it, but then Mark got really upset at the thought of anyone taking a trip while his father was sick.
Oh no, did he get mad at you for wanting to take a little vacation?
Well, he was talking to me as if I was the one planning it when I thought it was supposed to be a surprise for me. To be honest, I think you had something to do with that little mishap.
Aw, what? Little innocent me would never do something like that. Why would I even do that in the first place? Oh yes, that's right. To drive a wedge between you and my brother and try to make him realize that it is finally time to split up.
What are you even talking about?
Well, if I didn't do it like this, then I wouldn't have been able to go on this trip. Besides, I want you and Mark to hurry up and divorce already.
Well, I am very sorry to burst your bubble, but that won't be happening. I will watch over your dad for you, though. But in exchange, I would appreciate it if you stopped trying to mess with our relationship.
That isn't going to happen. Not when I can manipulate Mark and make him believe me so easily. At this rate, I don't think your marriage will last much longer.
All right, I've had enough of this. I'm going to talk to Mark tonight about all of this.
Well, I wonder if he's even going to be coming home tonight. I know that normally he comes off as such a calm guy, but he has been known to not come home for up to even a week when he gets upset, right?
You're right about that, at least. Usually when he gets that upset, he just goes back to his parents' place.
That's right! He does come back here.
Oh, I just got a text from Mark right now. He said that he doesn't want to talk to me for a while and that he is going to be staying with his parents for a few days. He told me to pick up his dad, take him to our house, and take care of him there. And that I better make sure nothing happens to him while you all are gone.
Well, you know just how Mark cares about his dad. You better do as he says. And right away, too.
How did I get myself into this mess? My name is Brittany, and I am 35 years old. I got married about a year ago and have lived together with my husband since then. My sister-in-law, Carrie, is 3 years older than me. She has made it her mission in life to try and make Mark and I split up. She does this by always trying to make me out to be the bad guy. Of course, Mark loves and listens to his sister, and this just ends up causing me problems. About 3 years ago, Carrie and her husband got a divorce and she moved back in with her parents. Since then, she has more or less become a shut-in, having her parents pay for everything while she refuses to even work. About 3 months ago, Mark's father, Graham, collapsed and since then has had to use a wheelchair to get around. While Carrie, Mark, and their mother go off on Carrie's vacation, I'll be watching Graham. I was surprised when Carrie wanted to see her father as soon as she arrived back from her vacation. And that is when she asked something of me that I am never going to forget.
Hey, Brittany. My mom said that she is tired of having to look after my dad. She is going to be putting him in a nursing home.
Whoa, is she really going to do that? He can still change his clothes and use the bathroom all by himself. Surely he doesn't need to be put away like that, right?
Well, both my mom and I are at our limits. Besides, this place is really cheap. Actually, the whole place is free.
Wait, you're sending your sick father to a free nursing home?
It really is an amazing place. Or at least it looks really cool. I am sure that my dad will just love it. Or he would if he knew that's where he was going. We haven't told him anything yet.
Well, as long as you think it is going to be a good place for him. Where is it?
Where is it? Just a little place called your house. You have now been promoted the manager and sole employee of my dad's new nursing home.
I see. Have you even talked to Mark about this?
Well, of course I have. I told him how you just love getting to look over Dad so much that you were practically begging to take him off of our hands for us.
So you spun your lies like you always do.
Well, I don't see what the big deal is. Mark is going away on a business trip for a couple of weeks anyways. So instead of having a husband to look after, you'll have a sick old man now. Now get your butt over here and take this bag of bones over to your house. All right, and one more thing before I forget.
What is it now, Carrie?
If you can, just try and see that he gets sent off a bit early, if you know what I mean.
I don't know what you mean. Please tell me.
I just mean that the man is dead weight at this point, you know?
I can't believe what your father has to put up with at home. I really feel bad for him, you know? Yes, I will go and pick him up. I would hate for him to be any more of a burden on you.
Aw, there you go again. Always thinking to do the right thing. But don't you think that at this point all you are doing by keeping him alive is prolonging his suffering?
What are you talking about? I'm not a nurse and my house isn't a hospital. I am just going to be cooking food for him and making sure that he's comfortable.
Well, don't think that I am going to be paying you to do any of that. Dad can't work anymore, so he stopped earning us money. Mom says he's as useful as an empty ATM now.
Honestly, how can the two of you talk about him like that? I just don't understand.
Well, sending him to a real nursing home would just eat into our savings, and neither of us wants that. But once he finally drops dead, then we'll have a big payout with his life insurance.
I think there are some things that you should just really keep to yourself, Carrie.
You get so funny when you're upset. You know that.
I really don't even know why I bother trying to talk to you sometimes. Anyways, have you started getting disability checks in the mail for your dad?
We have, actually. The first one came in the mail about 5 days ago.
Well, I would like to use that money to take care of him while he is here. Can you please give me the check when I go to pick him up?
What are you talking about? Of course we're not handing over that check to you.
Why? Did you use it all already?
Well, Mom used it to treat herself to a fancy dinner, and I bought myself a new bag with it.
Wait. So that is what you used your own father's disability checks on?
Well, duh. It isn't like we were going to use it on him. He doesn't have much need for it since he can't leave the house without any help. Besides, it is only natural for a dad to give his wife and daughter some spending money now and then.
I really do not know how you can live with yourself like that.
Really? I think I am explaining all of this pretty well. Maybe you're just too stupid to understand me.
Ugh. Yeah, again, why even bother? Anyways, I'm going to head out to your parents' place for now.
Good. It's almost dinner time and he needs to be fed, so get over here as soon as you can.
Sure thing. Can you at least gather up all of his bags for me so they are ready to go when I arrive?
No. Mom and I are out shopping right now. Just use the spare key we gave you to get in and take him. And make sure you clean up his room once you get him out of there, too.
You two are out shopping right now?
That's right, we are. Is there something that you would like to say about that?
No, I suppose not. I will be there soon.
Just hurry up and leave already. Jeez. Brittany, seriously, what the heck is the matter with you? How could you?
Oh, Carrie, hi. How long has it been? 2 years or something?
I didn't come here to exchange pleasantries with you, Brittany. Why did you stop taking care of my dad without my permission?
I didn't just stop taking care of him. It was what your father wanted me to do.
Well, why would you listen to him? We stopped getting his disability checks in the mail.
Well, that was never really your money to be using in the first place, right? I mean, you can't just live off of your parents all the time. Have you ever considered finding a job?
Excuse me? Did I ask for your freaking input on my life? How dare you try and look down on me like that? Besides, are you really going to pretend like you don't leech off of Mark?
I don't leech off of him.
What are you talking about? You and I are basically doing the same thing.
Actually, if anything, Mark is the one living off of me. But I put an end to that.
What are you even talking about? You're just a crazy babbling woman at this point.
You know, I never told you this because I knew that it would just sour our relationship even more, but did you know that I'm actually the CEO of a company?
Wait, what? You really have lost your mind. Are you sure you're not going senile too?
Believe me or not, it doesn't really matter. It's the truth, and it isn't going to change.
Since when have you been a CEO? How much product do you sell annually, huh? Prove to me that you're telling the truth.
Well, I was given the position about 2 years ago. And we actually are coming up to the end of the fiscal year soon. So I can tell you with confidence that business was quite good.
Wait, are you serious? Are you really a CEO? How have you been running a company when you've been busy taking care of my dad at your house?
Well, actually, I run a nursing service that dispatches carers to clients' homes.
What do you mean? What is that?
Well, it's a business where you talk about the patient's needs, arrange a plan of care, and then the company dispatches a trained specialist to help give the person in need care.
What? Does a business like that really exist? I've never heard of something like that before.
Actually, I ran something similar to this before, but I became quite busy taking care of your dad, so I stepped down for a while to focus on him.
Well, if the work is just hanging out at old people's houses doing nothing all day and getting paid for it, then I can do that. I'll even let you hire me for $2,500 a month.
I see. And what kind of qualifications do you have?
Well, I took some Spanish classes in high school so I could take care of those clients.
Sorry, I meant specifically for nursing. Do you have any kind of background in geriatric health? Or your certificate to work as a visiting nurse?
Well, I can get those. How hard can it really be? Just tell me what I need to do.
Well, you would probably have to go back to school and get a nursing license, as well as take many other exams to help specialize your field in elder care. I imagine that since you're starting from basically nothing, it would probably take you upwards of 1,000 days or something.
Wait, what? That's like over 3 years! How can it take that long?
Well, you would have to apply for schools. Then if you were let in, you would need to study for a couple years and pass all the exams. After that, you'll have to gain practical experience working with the elderly. And make sure that you receive special training for them too.
No. Isn't there just a shortcut or something to get there?
I am afraid there are no shortcuts.
Well, that's a ripoff!
I am sorry you feel that way. But I suppose that means that we can't hire you then. Not that I ever really intended to anyways.
Ugh, you are such a mean person. Do you know that? If you're not going to help me, then I am going to ruin your marriage. How do you like that?
I already did that for you. The divorce was made official last week.
Probably because Mark cheated on you, didn't he? I bet he couldn't stand being around a woman like you for another second.
It wasn't cheating per se, but I realized he was spending most of his free nights going to strip clubs. Besides, by the end, he was only ever listening to what you had to say about me and not what I had to say in my defense. I guess I just finally reached the limits of my patience and couldn't take it anymore.
What are you even talking about? Well, if you are divorced, then you need to move out of that nice condo. It belongs to my brother. Get out of there so that I can move in. I've always thought that place was amazing.
Actually, I own the whole condo building. It is one of my investments. So I actually don't think I need to move out.
Wait, what? Seriously? I didn't even know you were getting divorced. I haven't heard anything from Mark.
Maybe he is just too ashamed of himself to tell anyone. Did you know that he quit his job about 10 months ago and has just been working part-time ever since?
What? But I thought he was away on another business trip.
Well, he did have one real trip, yes. But after he came back, he said that the job wasn't for him and he quit. He has been looking for a new place to hire him full-time ever since.
I don't believe this. This can't be happening.
Well, I am afraid that it is indeed happening, Carrie.
You did this, didn't you? You ruined everything! You were probably always thinking of abandoning my dad.
That isn't the case at all. Actually, your dad works for me now.
Wait, what do you mean he works? As in, he has a job again?
Yep, that's right. We hired him as an accountant, and he has been instrumental in our success. I even made him director of our whole accounting section.
You're kidding me. Dad's working again?
That is what I said. Did you really not even know that your dad used to be an accountant?
Of course I knew that. But he was in a wheelchair.
And do you think that that means he couldn't get better to the point where he can work again?
Well, I just thought that he would have been gone by now.
Nope. Well, his body may have been in bad shape. His mind stayed as sharp as ever.
No way. This can't be real. If he was really working, then he would be sending money to my mom and I. You really need to come up with a better lie than that if you want to trick me.
I'm not lying, though. I think your father is considering divorcing your mother. In fact, I believe he planned to send her the divorce papers yesterday.
What? But I haven't heard anything like that from my mom. Oh, wait. I just got a message from her right now. She said that Dad just divorced her and that it's everyone for themselves. She told me that I will have to take care of myself now.
Wow. I just watched that happen in real time. I guess that means that she is going to be selling the house then.
What makes you say that?
Well, you do know that your mom also had a little problem of going to strip clubs and fell head over heels for some hunky dancer. Your dad found out and swore to throw her out of the house.
Wait, what? What did you just say about my mom?
I guess that normally as a married couple, they would split the money from the house. But I think your dad is taking it all in the divorce. He also told me he was planning on making sure your mom paid him back for all the money she spent at that club. So I think your mom is essentially bankrupt.
I noticed that she started going at nights and wouldn't come home until late. But I never would have guessed that is the reason.
I guess you better find a job and a place to live fast, huh?
This is too much. I can't do all that. And what is my dad going to do with that money anyways?
I think he's planning on moving into my condo building with all the money.
Well, you can get me a room there too, right?
I can if you can afford it. Anyways, I'm very busy today. Is there anything else you wanted to talk about?
No. This can't be happening. My life is crumbling all around me. You have to help me. I need you.
I don't see it that way. As far as I'm concerned, you may as well be a stranger to me.
Don't say that. We're sisters-in-law. We help each other.
That hasn't been how our relationship has worked in the past.
Well, I'm sorry, okay? I was mean and I shouldn't have been. Just please help me out.
I am afraid that my mind is already made up.
But you can't just leave me like this. I need someone to help me out here. I don't have anyone else I can turn to.
Goodbye, Carrie. I don't want to ever have to see you again.
No, come back. We can talk this out. We can patch things up. I'll be nicer. I promise. Just don't leave me like this. I need your help.
I am not going to help you, and that is final. Do you understand me? Now please stop bothering me and go find a job.
Please! I'll live with you and be your maid. I'll stay out of your way and you won't even know I was there. I'll keep your condo spotless.
Later, I heard that Carrie managed to find a job. Several jobs, in fact. She was repeatedly fired and had to find a new place to hire her. She never lasted very long anywhere because she had no sense of work ethic. It is winter now, and I imagine that she is really feeling the cold. I blocked Mark and his mother and have no idea what either of them are up to. Mark's father blocked them as well and has little interest in keeping up with them. My business only continued to succeed and improve, and we are making big changes for the future. The ultimate goal for my company is to not only provide nursing as a service to the individuals that need it, but to the families taking care of their sick loved ones as well. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this. See you next time.